from New Jersey. It's the SNL Nerds, the show where two comics from New Jersey nerd out about Saturday Night Live. I'm your co-host, Darren Patterson.
And I'm your co-host, John Trumbull.
Hey, John Trumbull, happy summer!
Hey, happy summer. Yay. It's summer. Yay!
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a little low energy. I actually had like some major dental work done the other day, so I've been a little lagging this weekend. So yeah.
Wow, I thought you would have been like, because usually when people have dental surgery, they're always kind of loopy off the gas. So I thought you would have been kind of all hopped up on the laughing gas. Like
no, not so much. They did have to put me under, but you know, it was pretty painless, all things considered. So
okay,
yeah.
Very
I
nice.
actually like forgot that I hadn't taken my pain pills for a few hours a day, which I figure is a good sign. But
okay.
I'm eating like mushy food for the next
Oh.
couple weeks, which is kind of a drag.
Oh, I got you like what, baby food and smoothies.
Well, you know, I'm doing like, you know, those breakfast shakes. I got some applesauce, some pudding, some yogurt, some chicken soup. You know, just anything I don't have to chew.
Delicious.
So, but you know, hey, I'll probably lose some weight, which is I could certainly use. So
Yeah, okay. But like if you want like a cheeseburger or something like that, you'd have to like throw it in the blender, blend it up, and then drink it that way.
yeah, I guess I'm not going to do that.
No.
I think my big indulgent will be these crab cakes I've been picking up, and those are like so soft you don't really have to chew them much. So that'll probably be my big indulgence.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool.
So,
that's great. All right. Well, I mean, hope you get well soon with your teeth. Hey, speaking of teeth, we're talking about a movie that has like dentists in it and horrible bosses in it, and that movie is called Horrible Bosses.
Oh, that's a good title. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, you're right. We're talking about Horrible Bosses, a movie that came out July 8th, 2011.
How is this movie that old already? It is 14 years old. That doesn't seem possible to me.
I don't like to think about it.
This is a movie that seems like it should be like 5 to 7 years old.
Yeah.
It is 14 years old. This movie would be in junior high.
Yeah, it bums me out when I really
actually be starting high school, I guess, if it's 14. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess, wow. All right, let's not think about it.
I know. Too depressing.
Film came out, July 8th, like I said, directed by Seth Gordon, who did Identity Thief with Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy, Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn, the Baywatch movie, he did that. With The Rock. Yeah. And he did that documentary, The King of Kong, with that Donkey Kong documentary.
Yeah.
And this film was written by Michael Markowitz, John Francis Daly, and Jonathan Goldstein. Goldstein and Daly are probably best known for writing Spider-Man Homecoming, the last Dungeons and Dragons films, The Flash, and Game Night, the criminally underrated movie Game Night.
Before we started recording, we were talking. The conversation went back to Game Night as it often does between us, because we both love that movie. We both feel it's a massively underrated comedy, and a few times we've said like, should we just do that movie even though it doesn't have any SNL cast members in it, just because we both love it so much.
We're very tempted just to do that.
Yeah,
just be like, yes, we know this doesn't have any connection to the SNL universe, but gosh darn it, this movie's fantastic.
Yeah, and we want to talk it up more. And
we do. Yeah, absolutely. But we're talking about Horrible Bosses, a film that had a budget of about 35 to 37 mil, grossed $209 million. This film was like a surprise hit. I remember it being a big deal.
I remember I saw this one in the theaters. I never got around to seeing the sequel. They did do a sequel for it in 2014, Horrible Bosses 2.
Yes.
I've seen, I think, like a bit of it on TV, but I've never watched it from beginning to end.
Yes, there's a sequel. I don't think it did as well. That's the one with Christoph Waltz and Chris Pine.
Yes.
I've never seen it either.
Because they, mild spoiler, they get rid of some of the bosses in this movie.
What?
Them trying to kill all their bosses. So not everybody returns for the sequel.
Wow.
I don't think. Again, I haven't seen all of the sequels, so I think one person returns, but one person does not. It would be difficult for one person to return. Let me say that.
Yes, very much. Yeah, because We'll get there. We'll
Yeah.
get there. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, this movie in the lead had Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Bateman, of course, from Arrested Development and all those '80s TV shows and movies,
Mm-hmm.
and of course our SNL connection, the great Mr. Jason Sudeikis, and the three of them really have some pretty great chemistry together, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, they do have a nice chemistry. They're believable as friends. They've got a nice comedic energy. Like each one of them has a different sort of energy. Charlie Day, I'm kind of hot and cold on because Charlie, he has this tendency to like always shout his lines, which I
Yeah,
find kind of annoying.
I think because because he knows that he has like a bit of a funny sounding voice.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think he's even said it in interviews where like he's aware his voice can be his voice just sounds funny. And he
Mm-hmm.
knows that when he screams his lines, people just his voice sounds even funnier. So like
Yeah,
that can be a bit of a crutch where you're like, oh, if I know if I just scream like this, like
yeah.
people will laugh.
I think he goes to that well a little too often, and I find it a little off putting. And that's kind of kept me from being a regular Always Sunny in Philadelphia watcher.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough, fair enough.
yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, the chemistry between them is good. And another thing I noticed upon rewatching this, we'll get to it, but like there are so many like cameos in this film where
Hmm.
so many times where I was like, oh, they're in this? Whoa,
Yeah.
they're especially at the end, the big
Uh
one at
huh.
the end, where I was like, what the fuck is he doing here?
Oh yeah, yeah. Great cameo at the end.
Mm,
Great cameo at the end. And we should also cover the actors who are playing the titular horrible bosses. We have
yes.
Kevin Spacey as Dave Harkin. He's Jason Bateman's boss. And uh, early on in the movie, they give like title cards over each one of the bosses to tell like how exactly they're horrible. And for Kevin Spacey, they're at one point on the screen, it just has in huge letters in front of his face, "Total fucking asshole." And gotta say, movie, you called it. You called it. 2011 movie. Kevin Spacey, total fucking asshole.
You knew before any of us knew.
Yeah, yeah. So kudos, horrible bosses.
Tip of the hat, good sir.
Let's see. We also have So Nick, Jason Bateman's character, he's working for this big corporation, and he's working at this low level thing. He's like cubicle worker, but he's in line for promotion because he's been working so hard the last several months, and he says the key to success is taking shit. And his
Mm.
boss Dave Harkin is also of that philosophy. He likes giving out shit. In an early scene, he like basically tricks Jason Bateman's character into drinking scotch at 8 a.m.
They gotcha.
Yeah. And we also have Dale. That's Charlie Day's character. He has just gotten engaged to a nice lady named Stacy, and he's working as a dental assistant to Jennifer Aniston's character Julia, who is identified in the title card as a evil, crazy bitch, and
Right.
she's very sexual. She is sexually harassing the heck out of Dale.
Yeah, like straight up, no bones about it. Just
No
sexual.
subtlety. Yeah,
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 like grabbing his crotch, yeah, squirting water on his ding dong.
yeah.
I
Saying
want,
like, "Oh, I think it looks like you're circumcised."
yeah, I want your pee pee in me. Just
Like
straight.
at one point in an early scene, she puts a patient under, and then she like puts the patient's hand on her breast. So
Yeah,
she is extremely oversexed.
wildly inappropriate. Some might say.
Yes, yes. And Dale, as we find out later, he cannot really quit his job. This is like the only job he can find because he's actually on a registered sex offender list not because he did anything sexual or anything, but he was caught peeing in a playground at night. The playground was like right next to a bar. He was drunk and he was relieving himself, and the cops caught him. And then, yeah. So technically, he was exposing himself in a playground. So now he's on a registered sex offender list.
Yeah, which I've never seen a playground right next to a bar. Like I thought they always kept those two things separate, just because they don't want the kids getting
Like
all.
zoning laws, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what kind of crazy city are they living in?
I don't know. There's some weird zoning in this town. I don't know. Yeah, the whole movie falls apart because of that.
I'll bring this up at the next meeting.
Yes.
The tenant meeting.
And then finally we have Kurt, who's played by Jason Sudeikis. He is an account manager at a chemical company, and he actually loves his job. He likes his job. He's got a great boss, Jack Pellet, played by the late great Donald Sutherland,
Mm.
who's just like the nicest guy. Everybody loves him. Excuse me. And he's saying to Kurt, he's like, you're going to be running this place someday. The only
Yeah.
downside is that his son, that Jack Pellet's son, Bobby Pellet, is a dipshit cokehead son, and
Yeah.
and playing Bobby, we've got Colin Farrell, who's in this wonderful comb over, and he's just instantly off putting. It's great.
Yeah, he has like the pot belly, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
like up. Yeah, it seemed like they made his forehead bigger, so
Yeah,
like
I
you
think
can
he's
really
wearing
see,
some sort of prosthetic. Yeah.
yeah, and like you really see the comb over, and yeah, I think this was the first film where I was like, oh, Colin's kind of funny. He has like some good comedy chops because I think when he first came out on the scene, even
Yeah.
he says he was kind of leaning on that Irish bad boy
Yeah.
persona, just
And he was kind of the pretty boy, but he apparently really likes physically transforming himself for roles because he did this, and recently he's done the Penguin where he's wearing the
yeah.
whole fat suit and stuff, and he's like unrecognizable in that. If you showed the pictures of him cold as the Penguin, I would not have recognized that as Colin Farrell. But
Yeah, no, it totally is not like it totally doesn't look like him at all. But he's really good in it. I mean, the Penguin's
mm-hmm.
fantastic if you haven't seen it, but like Colin's good in it. Jersey's own oh shit, I
Kristen Milioti.
Kristen Milioti she's really good at. She's as good in it as Colin is in it, and in a couple scenes she's even better.
Yeah, I still have to see the Penguin series. I haven't watched that yet.
It's a show where you don't really need to have seen the Batman to get it, but it does help. But I think it kind of stands on its own. But it is solid. It's probably one of the best shows I've seen in a while.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's just not something I've gotten to yet, is all. So nothing against it.
No, fair enough. Oh, and so in the number one cameo that I saw, where it made me go, "Oh shit, this person's in it." We see Kurt signing for a FedEx package,
mm-hmm.
and FedEx girl is a very pretty girl. FedEx lady, Meghan Markle.
Oh, was that Meghan Markle?
That was Meghan Markle.
Is this like in her pre-Suits days, but when she was like, I guess, a struggling actress?
I think so. Like, I think she might have. I don't know when she started.
I was like, she's really pretty. She looks very familiar, but I couldn't quite place her, and I didn't look up her name. We established like Sudeikis is like hitting on her, like he's kind of a horn dog. They established that early on. This is true. He's very much a horn dog.
Yeah, he might be a sex addict.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like this is the sort of how Jason Sudeikis was cast in the days before Ted Lasso, and he became like the personification of goodness everywhere. So now it's kind of weird to see him playing like his earlier horny jerk roles.
Yeah. Yep. Well, back in the day when you needed a horny horn dog, you call Sudeikis.
Yeah, because Sudeikis, I believe he's kind of a ladies' man in real life. I know he's dated January Jones and Scarlett Johansson, and he was with. Was he married to Olivia Wilde, or were they just together? I know they had a couple kids together.
I believe they were married.
Okay, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
But
so obviously Jason Sudeikis has game. So
yeah, my man is out here.
Yeah. So I guess they were just playing off his it's an exaggerated version of his real persona, I suppose. So.
Okay. And it looks like this was like around because Suits started around 2011, so this would be around the time where she was just kind of doing bit parts in movies and TV shows.
Oh, okay.
Still, I was like, oh shit, she's married into royalty now.
This movie has royalty in it. Wow.
Yes. Oh.
Funny to think. Yeah. So anyway, so Kurt loves his job as the account manager at this chemical company. He's like, I'm going to be running it someday. But then his manager, Donald Sutherland, unexpectedly has a heart attack, like right after he gets into his car and just like crashes his car. So
yeah.
Now the son is in charge, and now his job is becoming hell because Bobby Pellet is just he's a dipshit cokehead son.
Yeah, like he even says, Bobby even says like, yeah, I don't really care about this company. It's just basically like my ATM, so I'm just gonna squeeze all the money out of it and bounce. so I
Yeah.
can do coke in Miami or
Yeah. And like
wherever cokeheads go.
after he takes over, he's telling Kurt like, yeah, I want you to fire all the fat people because
Yes,
I don't like looking at the fat people here at
he calls
work.
it.
And
He calls it trimming the fat.
yeah, yeah, and then he's also like, oh, and fire Professor X there, and it's a guy in a wheelchair.
God damn.
He's just like, oh, it just depresses me seeing him around, and he always takes a good parking space, so I want him gone. Yeah. So just they do a good job of instantly getting you to hate all the bosses.
Yeah, because we see scenes with Nick and Harkin,
Mm-hmm.
and Harkin sort of gets Nick to work, through the weekend and all,
Yeah,
because Nick thinks like, well, I'll just eat all this shit, put in all this work, and like I have to get
yeah.
the promotion, the VP promotion, and then
Senior VP of Sales. Yeah,
then cut to Harkin calling a office meeting with everybody,
yeah,
announcing that he's basically absorbing the VP position for himself. So he'll just do
yeah.
both duties. He'll only take an 85% salary bump, and he's gonna
Right.
like take the office that would have been for the VP and just knock down the wall between the two and just have one big office for himself.
Yeah, yeah. So Nick suddenly he's not getting the promotion he thought was his after months of busting his ass and working hard, staying late. Like he gets in like at 6 a.m. every day, and he like leaves after the sun is set. So that's probably at least 12 hours a day he's spending at the office, and he complains to Harkin. He's like, I worked so late, I missed saying goodbye to my Gam. Like
Aww.
you said, if I left to go visit her in the hospital, I would get fired, and she passed before I was able to get there. So, and then Harkin is such a scumbag. He was like, I had no idea you called your mother Gam, and he's just like, ha, 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 ha.
Oh god,
That's so stupid. Yeah. So,
oof. Yeah, so they do a good job making you hate all the bosses. We see Julia like straight
mm-hmm,
up sexually harass Dale, like her
mm-hmm.
calling him into her office and her having the Matt Lauer door locks, pressing a button
Yes.
underneath the desk, and
Yeah.
and
And she turns around. She is topless under her lab coat. She is just like wearing a pair of panties under her lab coat. And he's
oh
like,
man,
oh, you're naked right now. And she's like, can you see my pussy, Dale?
oh my god,
Yeah.
I don't think you can say that.
Well, you can, and she did.
Yeah. Oh gracious. I mean,
And
I mean, the only thing is like whenever Dale tells his friends Nick and Kurt
yeah,
about it, they always kind of treat it as like, oh, well, actually, that doesn't sound too bad.
yeah, yeah.
Sounds kind of cool.
And I don't think they've even seen that she looks like Jennifer Aniston yet. So
No,
yeah.
no, not yet.
But she is so over the top and inappropriate and all this. And also, the fact that he's got her trapped in this job and the fact that he just got engaged. But she's like,
Yeah.
look, I pride myself on being professional. And she's saying this while she's topless under a lab coat. And she
Yes.
says, but you're going to have to fuck me well before the wedding because I will feel bad if we do it too close to the wedding. So she has standards.
Yeah, there you go. She knows what's up.
Yeah. So she's basically trying to blackmail Dale into sleeping with her. And she actually, oh no, wait, that's a little later. I'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guys, they're all kind of commiserating at the local bar. Was it an Applebee's? It's an Applebee's type place. An Applebee's or TJ Fridays type place.
Right, and then they think they're really not happy with their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point Dale tells them, "Well, why don't you guys quit? Like, I can't really quit because of the whole sex offender thing, but like you guys can leave." And then that's when they run into an old friend of theirs from high school, Kenny,
Kenny Summerfield, who's voted most likely to succeed.
Kenny Summerfield, like he graduated from Yale, he had a job at Lehman Brothers.
Yeah.
But like now, of course, he's unemployed because the Lehman Brothers kicked him out, and now he talks about how hard it is to find a job.
Been out of work for 2 years.
Out of work for 2 years, and now he's just at this point where he's just offering hand jobs for money.
Yeah, offers them hand jobs for $40 a piece, which
I mean, you can't beat that price.
Is that a good price? I don't know what the going rate for a hand job is these days.
I mean, like I've shop around, guys. I mean, listeners,
I haven't comparison shop for a hand job in quite a while. I will confess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, guys, let us know what's the going rate for something like that.
Yeah.
we don't want to cheap out on something.
Actually, don't let us know. I
know what?
really don't want to know. Please
Yeah.
don't contact me on my social media and let me
Yeah,
know what took place for that day.
Yeah, we don't want to get weird links to shit. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right. Fair enough. See,
yeah.
that's why you're the brains of this operation, John.
It is. Because I have to be.
Somebody does.
So yeah, we see Dale's work. So anyway, they had this encounter with their old high school buddy, and they're like, okay, well, maybe, yeah, it is rough out there. Maybe we should figure out something else. And meanwhile, Dale's work situation is getting even worse. His fiancée Stacy comes in for free dental work that she can get as like the spouse of Dale, and like as soon as they put her under for whatever work she's having done, Julia says to Dale, I want to have sex on top of her.
Yeah. Wow.
And Dale is like, no, I'm not doing this. And then Julie is like, hey, you remember when I did that work on you right after you started here? Well, I have pictures of me nude on top of you while you were unconscious.
Yeah, which is just, I mean, part of me thinks like, couldn't Dale get her like disbarred for some wild shit like that?
Yeah. It's weird that he never is like, I got to get my hands on those photos.
Yeah.
But I guess the photos are ambiguous enough that it's not clear that it's being done against his will or that he's unconscious. He looks like he could just be enjoying himself.
But he's saying he was under. Come on, believe all men.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a movie, so yeah. So Dale then decides after he sees this, he's like, I'm gonna have to kill her.
Yeah,
because they've talked about how they all joke about like they fantasize killing their bosses, and this is the turning point where Dale's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill this bitch.
So, gonna have to do it. So yes, and then they're like, yeah, we should do it. So then of course they don't know how to do that, so they decide to go look for a hitman.
Yes.
And they find a guy on Craigslist. They decide to meet him at a motel.
Yeah.
Because they don't want a hitman in their house.
Right.
Then that's where Nick is like immediately like, well, what if he's an undercover cop, or what if he charges us so much money we can't pay him and he just kills us? And they're like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So they meet up at this motel. Guy comes in. It's a suave British dude played by I know I'm going to mangle this guy's name.
I never knew how to say his name properly.
Ione Gruffund. He's the guy who played Mr. Fantastic in the first cycle of Fantastic Four movies.
That sounds right.
He's Mr. Fantastic. And Dale found him. He hired him because it says he does wet work, and he's like very discreet. He says like no kids, no political figures. So you're like, this is the guy. Mm-hmm. This is the guy. And he comes in and he's very serious, very professional. And then he's like, well, let's get to work then. And he starts putting a tarp on the floor. Excuse me. I got some hiccups. So
okay.
if that happens, I apologize. And they're like, whoa, what are we gonna do? What are we doing here? And then we find out by wet work it means he urinates on other men for money.
Never heard it called that before.
And then we find out that Dale hired him from the men seeking men section. He was like, yeah, because I'm a man and I'm looking for a man. So. Yeah. Dale's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah, I did get a kick out of this scene where he's like, all right, so I'm not urinating on anybody today?
He's like, well, I'm going to have to use your bathroom then because I filled up on the way here.
Like, and I'm still going to charge you $200.
Yeah. And Dale's like, yeah, well, I thought that was a really good price.
See, shop around, find bargains.
Yeah,
come on.
So, I mean, I do like the basic joke that these are just like these three suburban white dudes, and they have no contact with the underworld. They have no idea how to approach this. It leads to a lot of funny situations.
Yeah,
they want to kill their bosses, but they have no idea how to go about this.
Right, and we even see that as then Kurt sort of takes matters into his own hands, and they hop into a car. they thought they were going to go out for dinner, but Kurt's like, no, let's find a proper hitman. And then he tells Gregory, who I guess is kind of like the car's OnStar.
Nav guide. It's like the OnStar system in their car. They call it Nav guide. And they get a guy named Gregory, and he says, let's go to the most dangerous bar in the city. And Gregory's like, well, we don't really have locations ranked by that, but I could take you to the neighborhood with the greatest number of carjackings. And they're like, oh, all right, Gregory, that's thinking outside the box.
It's like, perfect. Let's do it.
And Gregory, by the way, is from the accent, he's obviously like an Indian dude, but he's going by Gregory because, a lot of times you do they have like call centers overseas, and a lot of times they Americanize their names.
Yeah, like I think he even said his real name is like Amanit or something like that. But he said, just call me Gregory because, Americans don't know how to say Amanit.
Yeah, because we're horrible and ignorant and a tiny bit racist.
White people.
Yeah. You gotta love us, though, don't ya? Don't ya?
White people walking like this. Black people walking like this.
It's true. We're so lame.
So they go they find a bar, very seedy, very scuzzy. I think one of the first thing Kurt says to the bartender is like, hey, did anybody here kill people for money?
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not a race thing. It's not a race thing.
No, not, yeah, I was a black bartender. And he's like, no, it's not a race thing. And soon they meet Jamie Foxx, who is an ex-con by the name of Motherfucker Jones.
Motherfucker Jones.
And his real name, though, is Dean Jones, like the old Disney star.
From the Herbie, the Love Bug movie.
Yeah. So, of course, that doesn't really work for a colonel, so he's Motherfucker Jones. And he starts to tell the story of how he got that nickname. And you'd think it's going somewhere horrible, but...
right.
Like, oh, yeah, I was home alone. My mother was asleep, so I snuck into her room and I sneaked up to her, and they're like, "Oh no, please don't tell us this." And he's like, "And I stole some money out of her purse. I fucked her over, and that's why I'm Motherfucker Jones."
Woo! That could have gotten really dark really quick.
Yeah. And then I like at one point he's like, hey, we're just talking. I don't even know your names. And then they immediately start introducing themselves. He's like, oh, I'm Kurt. This is Dale. It's Nick.
It's like, no, don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he offers to do the job for 30 large, but then he talks himself down to 5 large.
Yeah.
So, it's a real sharpshooter. So then we see a little montage of Nick and Kurt and Dale getting together the money. Then they meet up together with Jones. And then Jones says, well, the heat's kind of on me right now. I can't go back to jail. So I'm going to be your murder consultant. And I'll tell you how to murder your bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, that's not what we paid for, man. That's what the fuck you do.
And his big piece of advice is you got to make the murders look like accidents. And they're like, well, that's not very good advice. We could have figured that out ourselves. But then he has a better suggestion. He suggests they kill each other's bosses. They do a strangers on a train / throw mama from a train thing. Throw Mama from the Train, by the way, is another movie we have covered on this podcast.
Yes, go back to the archives.
Yes, starring Mr. Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito. Mm-hmm. So, they did crisscross. Crisscross.
Jump.
That was so stupid, but that was very funny.
Yay! Did it.
So they decided, well, this is a good idea. We'll do that. We'll kill each other's bosses, and they can't really connect them. So they start doing recon on their bosses.
Ooh.
They start to just follow them around. They go to Bobby Pellet's place first, and they sneak into his house after he leaves, and his house is just, wow. It
is beyond gaudy.
He's got all these like dragons everywhere and stuff. He's like a big martial arts guy, and he's also got like a little tray of cocaine just sitting out on his coffee table.
Yeah,
not even trying to hide it.
It almost looks like one of those like little sandboxes with like a bamboo tree or something.
Yeah,
a bonsai tree.
Except cocaine.
Yes. just pure China white.
Yeah, and Dale like immediately, of course, drops the cocaine on the floor.
As you do.
They try vacuuming it up with a dustbuster, but they forget to empty out the dustbuster first, so it gets mixed in with dust.
Yes, hijinks ensue.
Meanwhile, Kurt sneaks upstairs and he goes into Pellet's bathroom and he's doing things like sticking Pellet's toothbrush in his ass.
Yeah, and the floss.
He sticks a lot of things in his ass.
Yeah, that's kind of like his signature move, it seems like.
Yeah. Like later in the movie, they're like speculating. They're like, "Do you have a fixation on this? Is this a thing with you?"
What's up with your ass, man?
Yeah. But then, and they also steal his phone.
Right, because the figure has like, contacts and stuff on it. So after that, they go to David's house. It's just Nick and Kurt going in because Dale's still all coked up from the coke.
Yeah, so he gets a lot of coke in his face and stuff when they're trying to clean up. Hijinks ensue.
So he decides to wait in the car and like honk the horn if anybody comes. And then we see that like the two boys like skulking about through the place. They see a picture of David and his wife, and of course Kurt's like, "Oh, his wife's really hot. I'd like to bend her over a barrel and show her the 50 states."
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, that's a saying. That's a
saying. That's something the thing people say.
Yeah. And so Dale is waiting outside in the car. He's ready to signal the guys, and Harkin comes by jogging.
Woo!
And he criticizes Dale for littering on the street. Dale was eating like I think a Nutty Buddy or something, and like tosses a wrapper out on the street. And Harkin is like, "Hey, why are you littering on my street?" And he picks up the bag, but then he has an allergic reaction to the peanuts.
Oh,
and he starts going into
going to shock.
What is it? Anaphylactic shock. Yeah, and he signals to Dale to give him an injection. He's got like his little syringe of whatever med he needs.
Yeah. So while Dale's trying to do that, and he looks like he's stabbing him in the chest, we see Kurt and Nick see him through the window. It looks like he's killing him.
And Dale doesn't know it's Harkin. He's never met Harkin before. Doesn't recognize him. So he thinks he's just saving an innocent bystander. And then when the other guys get back out, they're like, "No, that was Harkin. We thought you were killing him. You ended up saving his life."
Yeah, which is maybe something else they should have done. Just showed all their friends what their bosses look like, so they just so they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
In case they see him.
I do like because Dale takes off in the car after this happens. And he briefly meets Harkin's wife. Harkin's wife comes by and she's like, "Oh, you saved my husband's life. Yeah, thank you." And it's Julie Bowen from Modern Family.
Again, another surprising cameo. Julie Bowen of Happy Gilmore and Modern Family fame.
And Ed. Remember Ed?
Yeah, I remember.
That show never gets any love anymore.
Like, is it streaming anywhere? Or that might.
I don't know. I think that's one of those shows that might have been held up for music rights and stuff.
Oh.
I think they used a fair amount of music on that show, and so but it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Yeah, it definitely needs. It needs like some type of resurgence, some renaissance.
Yeah, but I like when Nick and Kurt are waiting to be picked up by Dale again, and they start speculating about going to prison, and Jason Bateman just says like, "I get raped just as much as you," and he says like Bateman just knows his way around a line, and I just like how he was saying that as like almost a point of pride.
Yeah, like, hey,
don't think you're cuter than me. I'd get raped just as much as you in prison.
That's such a weird thing to brag, but I get it.
But it's honestly one of my favorite jokes from the movie, where he just goes, "I get raped just." He's saying it like almost in a scolding tone. It's just really funny.
Yeah, I know Bateman's really good at comedy, man. Like, it's just something about it.
He's just got this wonderful deadpan quality, and he can be a great straight man, but he knows his way around a line, the offbeat line. It's just real funny.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
So Dale meets up with the boys a couple blocks away from the house. And then I think they realized that they kind of did get, even though it seemed like all the intel kind of went south, they actually did get some good intel, because like that's when they realized that, Harkin is allergic to peanuts. We can use that. Bobby has this huge thing of Coke. We can use that. So they get a plan to like put rat poison in Bobby's Coke and to
Mm-hmm.
put peanuts in Harkin's shampoo because
Right.
they figure, well, when he's in the shower, that's when he's most likely not to have the EpiPen on him.
Yeah,
So,
which
which
makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense. It's a good,
As murder schemes go, that seems like a pretty good one to me.
yeah, for sure. It's a solid
Yeah,
plan.
I guess you'd grind up the peanuts and put them in the shower and the shampoo.
Yeah, or
So,
unless it's one of those shampoo bottles where it's like it's not see through. You can like so you just kind of squirt the shampoo in your hair and just kind of.
right.
But I don't know.
Right.
I haven't thought about it at all.
But it doesn't get that far because while Dale is at Harkin's house, he's trying to plant peanuts in his shampoo. Harkin finds Bobby Pellet's phone at his place because they dropped the phone while they were rushing out. And so he thinks, because Harkin is very paranoid, he thinks his wife is constantly cheating on him.
Yes.
And, well, she probably is, judging from her behavior later in the movie.
Hey now, hey now.
He finds Bobby Pellet's phone, and so then he goes to Pellet's house and shoots him. And Kurt and Nick both see this, and it's just like, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's just Nick that sees it because Kurt decides
you're right.
Because Kurt decides to go do recon on Julia, and he ends up boning her.
Yes, because he describes it to the guys later when they meet up, and Julia like is undressing in front of her window, and then she makes a meal for herself. She eats a popsicle, a banana, and a hot dog.
Oh,
and all these phallic foods.
Oh my!
And they're like that, and also in that weird order. That's not a meal, you know. And Jason Bateman just goes, "Yeah, cold to hot. It's weird."
Cold to hot.
and then she like comes to the door and just kind of like beckons him in, and he goes in there, and in Kurt's words, he fucks the crazy out of Julia.
Oh, so she's cured.
Yeah, she's cured. You know, that works.
He's a healer.
He's not a subscriber to that don't put your dick in crazy theory.
Yeah, just put it wherever you can, man.
Yeah, it's just whenever you get a chance, you just you go for it.
Absolutely.
Guy's a sex addict, most likely.
I'm sure he is. But
but so is she, so it's all good.
Yeah, they found each other.
It's consensual.
It's consensual crazy.
Yes, their freaks match.
Yay!
His freak matches her freak, I guess.
Oh, and true love.
And so the guys get together and they're like, well, what do we do? Because Harkin just murdered Pellet. So they decide to call the cops and make an anonymous tip. And they have to find a payphone to do this.
Yeah, because like after Nick saw Harkin murder Bobby, like also when this scene came, that actually genuinely shocked me the first time I saw it.
It's a good twist, right? Yeah.
Yeah, where I was like, oh shit, what are we doing?
One of the potential victims taking out another potential victim. I mean, yeah, it's a good twist. That's what I like this movie. It's very well plotted, and you don't. It surprises you a few times. So
yeah, this was a genuine surprise. So now after that, Nick speeds off. He gets caught by a traffic cam going through a red light.
Yeah,
which comes into play a little bit later, and then, he meets up with the rest of the boys at the bar. He tells them exactly what happened. Like you said, they have to call in with an anonymous tip at a payphone, and, telling them what he saw. But of course, before they do that, they get pulled over by the cops.
Yeah, and they're brought in on suspicion of fleeing a crime because Jason Bateman was caught in that traffic cam, and it's a wonderful shot of him just like panicking and like swerving behind the royal.
Just a stealth shot of him, like ah.
Yeah, and they're interrogated by two cops. Here we got another couple cameos.
Yeah,
we got what's his face from The Wire?
Wendell Pierce.
Wendell Pierce just played Perry White in the Superman movie. And Ron White, the stand-up comedian Ron White. And they're just in it for like. Well, I think Ron White is just in it for the scene. I think Wendell Pierce pops up again later, but
he does, yeah. But this one scene is just Ron White, and then interrogating them, and then they ask him, "What were you doing in this area, speeding away from a crime scene?" Then Nick says, "Well, I was drag racing. I drag race." Yeah. And then I think Ron
White, a Prius.
I don't win a lot.
And just the way they deliver those lines, both the way Ron White delivers in a Prius, and then Jason Bateman just very softly going, "I don't win a lot." Just so damn funny.
It is funny. It is a funny way to do it. Yeah. But then that's when Dale kind of, because he watches a lot of Law and Order, he asks them, "Hey, well, hold on, are we under arrest? Because
Yeah.
if we're not under arrest, that means we're free to go, right? You're just questioning us, so
Right.
so you're not holding us here, right?"
Right.
And then they're like, technically no.
No, you're free to go.
Ha ha!
Yeah. And not before though, like Kurt starts hitting around, like he's like, if one of us knows something, if we turn somebody else in, we could get like reduced time or something, right?
And he's like, no, that's not how that works at all.
Yeah. And before they leave, the cops say, well, don't worry, because we're scrubbing Pellet's house for DNA. And that's when Kurt immediately flashes on, like, oh no, I put all that stuff in his bathroom up my butt. My DNA's all over that. So they're going to connect me to his murder now.
I put all that stuff in my butt. Oh no.
Yeah. So that, things are getting tough. So they decide to go see Motherfucker again. Because we haven't had Jamie Foxx in this movie for a little while, so we got to get him back in here.
All roads lead to Motherfucker.
Yeah. and Motherfucker says what you got to do is you got to wear a wire, and you got to get Harkin to confess to the murder while they're wearing a wire, and you can get his confession on tape.
Mm-hmm.
And they also find out here that Motherfucker never actually murdered anybody.
Yeah.
And he
was in jail for video piracy because he bootlegged the movie Snow Falling on Cedar Hills with Ethan Hawke.
Snow Falling on Cedars.
Oh, Snow Falling on Cedars. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of an art house movie, I think, and it's got Ethan Hawke in it.
Yeah, like I've never I kind of consider myself a bit of a cinephile. I don't think I've even heard of that film.
I've heard of it because I'm more cultured than you.
Oh shit!
But I've never seen it because I'm not that much more cultured than you.
Okay, there you go.
I'm just enough more cultured that I have heard of the movie Snow Falling on Cedars, and I'm like, I think that's a drama or something. It sounds kind of art housey. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's probably not any explosions in it. I don't want to see it.
Snow Falling on Cedars, 1999. Yeah, Ethan Hawke, Max von Sydow.
Okay. It's Max von Sydow, and unless he's playing Ming the Merciless, it's an art movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I literally watched 3 Ethan Hawke movies the other day. I did a marathon of the Before trilogy.
Oh, really?
I was recovering from the dentist. I was like, I just want to sit around and watch movies, and I just got the Before trilogy on Criterion because Criterion had their big sale in July, and I stocked the fuck up. And I watched all 3 of those together. Those are great movies. They're
great. I mean, and I feel like a lot of people feel like those movies are kind of whatever because it is just 2 people talking, but the discussions they have are really good. It's almost like, I don't know, like My Dinner with Andre. Like I remember watching that movie.
My Dinner with Andre, except a couple might fuck at the end of it. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't make it to the end of My Dinner with Andre.
Is that how they pitched? I wonder if that's
as well as Sean going to get his dick wet in this movie. I want to know.
Sean! Good heavens, lad. Is that how they pitched the movie? It's like, all right, you guys see My Dinner with Andre? Well, this movie is like that. But they might.
Fucking.
Yeah.
But they might fuck.
I love the way you think, Linklater.
Anyway, the Before movies are really good.
Very good. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Where the hell were we?
They just found out about the video piracy thing. So now they go back to Harkin's house because they're going to try and entrap him into a confession.
Right.
Kurt's got the recorder, the tape recorder. And they go to Harkin's house, and they're actually having a surprise birthday party for him.
Right. So they get there, and everybody's like, surprise, and they see it's not them. So they just think they're friends of David.
Right.
Nick tells them, oh, yeah, I work with your husband.
And Julie Bowen as Harkin's wife, Rhonda, she's like, oh, you're the guy who saved my husband's life last night. She kind of recognizes him. And so she just like, oh, come in, hide. And Kurt is like sitting next to Rhonda, and he's like, oh, well, we didn't know that Harkin's wife was a model. And she's like, oh, I'm not a model. He's like, oh, so you gave it up when you got married? Smooth motherfucker.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
This motherfucker right here.
Yeah. And she's like, oh,
you.
but she's kind of digging it. You can tell. He's scoring points. He's getting in there. He's getting all up in there.
Yeah, all up in them guts.
Yeah. So Nick and Dale, they go into Harkin's office after he shows up to the party, and he's of course such an asshole. He hates surprise parties, and he's resentful of it.
What a dick.
Just in case you didn't hate Kevin Spacey enough.
Yeah, people are doing something nice for you, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
So they go into Harkin's office to confront him, and Harkin is like very unrepentant. He's like, yeah, I shot him because he was fucking my wife, and I would do the same to you, and
yeah, and I liked it.
And I liked it. I enjoyed it. And they're like, all right, we got him. Let's go, guys. And then they realize that Kurt's not there with him.
Because Kurt is getting his dick wet.
Yeah, he snuck off to the bathroom with Harkin's wife, and they're doing something. We don't know exactly what, but there's some touching involved, I would say. Yeah. There's some stuff going on.
Yeah, hand stuff. $40.
And he didn't even have to pay $40, so it's a good deal all around.
That's right. Saving money. Think of the savings.
He's frugal. He's frugal is what he is. He's a good negotiator.
Yeah. Look at that.
So the guys are all like, okay, well, what do we do now? They're off driving again. They get away from the party, and just then Julia calls Dale. And she's like at home in the tub, and she's like, Dale, I'm still thinking about you. We're still going to make this happen. I didn't get the crazy fucked out of me. The crazy is still there.
Oh.
And you're going to have phone sex with me right here, right now.
Yes. And while that happens, we see Harkin chasing down the boys with a gun, slamming his big SUV into their car. And
ramming his car into Harkin, much like Kurt rammed into his wife a few minutes before.
Oh, zigga, what?
This movie, it's filled with parallels and it's an arty movie.
I'll be stroking.
So we got this car chase while Dale is having very awkward phone sex in the back seat.
Yeah.
He's saying things like, I'm going to rub my bare butt against your bare butt until we're both of us are rubbed raw or something like that.
Hot.
It's just the most awkward phone sex ever. It's pretty funny.
So it's basically, and then I think at this point that's where the boys are trying to scream at Gregory to like sort of help them get out of it, and how their their lives are in danger because people think that they've committed a murder, and that's when we see Gregory pull the car over and disable the vehicle because protocol states that if one of the the drivers commits a crime, they need to stop the car and alert the authorities. So,
which I can like services like OnStar do that? Is that within their ability? I have no idea.
Maybe. I mean, maybe I feel like they could do that. Like I definitely feel like those fucking Tesla monstrosities could do something like that. Like those.
Okay.
Like those big dumpsters on wheels. They could probably do some shit like that.
The cyber car thing.
Yeah, those cyber trucks. Those things are fucking ugly as hell. They look so weird.
They look like they're a glitching thing in a video game.
Right?
Yeah.
It looks unfinished.
Yeah. It's an ugly, ugly vehicle. I don't see the appeal at all. And every time I see one on the road, and I have seen a few on the road.
Me too.
And it's just like, it's fucking hilarious. I just think, you fucking idiot.
I really do think it's just a way to let people know that, like, I have money. I have more money than you. I can afford this ugly monstrosity. Because it's not pleasing to the eye. It's just a symbol to let people know that you got money. And it's just like, all right, whatever, man.
I don't know, but every time I see one, I just think, you stupid asshole. You got taken.
You could have bought a pretty car.
Yeah. Dumb. Or literally any other car. It's just,
it's
just stupefying how awful they look. I can't believe that made it past like the first proposal meeting.
Yes.
That design.
It's like you brought this toaster oven on wheels, and you thought you thought you were balling like that. You dummy. Fuck
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Anyway, if you drive a Cybertruck, I think it's safe to say you're an asshole.
Yeah. Sorry. But rate and review the podcast though.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Anyway, so they've been like Harkin's rammed his car into the guy's car, and then Harkin, he's got a gun, and he says, I've decided to tell the cops that you killed Pellet. And to make his story convincing, he shoots himself in the leg and then tosses the gun to Dale.
Genius.
His fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the cops come by. Wendell Pierce comes by again. I don't think Ron White comes by again. He probably had a stand-up date. He was in the middle of touring. He was like, yeah, I'll do one scene in this movie. That's it.
Yeah, Wendell's got it.
Yeah, Wendell's got it. He's on the wire. He knows what the deal is.
So then we see Harkin tells the cop that they shot him in the leg. The boys try to tell him, like, no, he's lying. I think that's where Kurt realizes he still has his tape recorder and it's been running this whole time. So then they play it, and then they find that there's nothing on it. All they hear is like the sounds of Kurt hooking up with Dave's wife, and then of course sounds of Dale doing the phone sex shit, and then after that. After they crashed, then the recorder just went off, so there is no evidence.
Yeah, so they don't have any actual proof, even though Harkin has already confessed a second time to Pellet's murder. But then
hold on,
Gregory from NavGuide chimes in. He says, like, we record whenever there's a crash, a collision with the vehicle, so I have everything on tape. Took a while to chime in here, Gregory. Gotta say, but he has a recording of Harkin's second confession, where he's like, yeah, I shot Pellet, but I'm going to frame you guys for it, and blah, 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 blah. And so the cops hear that, and Kevin Spacey's like, no, that's not real. That's
AI, baby. Yeah. Come on.
So we get to see Kevin Spacey hauled off to jail, which is always a nice way to end it.
Absolutely.
I feel like every Kevin Spacey movie, they should just edit in a new scene. He's hauled off to jail at the end of every one.
Yeah, I mean, well, he gets shot in a few movies he's in, American Beauty, and spoiler, I guess, Baby Driver. So that's as good. Well, that's just as good too.
So yay, that's nice. And Bateman gets to punch Spacey. He like Nick gets to punch out Harkin. Which is a nice moment.
Yeah, it warms the heart.
Yes, it does. Especially Jason Bateman, a guy that we positively like and we have not discovered anything heinous about. He punches out Kevin Spacey, a guy we used to like, but positively know heinous things about now.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work.
He's a real piece of shit.
Real turd burger.
I can still go back and I can watch the movies he did before I knew. I'm able to separate enough for that, but I can't really watch him and stuff going forward.
Yeah, like I'll still watch like Usual Suspects or something like that. But anything after that, I'm like,
That's how I usually fall on stuff like this. Like
fair enough.
I can separate it. Like Kevin Spacey, I can watch an old Mel Gibson movie and not feel weird about it. But
that's fair.
Yeah, so I think that's fair.
Yeah,
because it's like I didn't know.
No one knew. Who knew?
Complicit.
Yeah, I'm innocent, man.
Yeah.
So Harkin gets hauled off. Our boys win. Cut to Nick becomes acting president of the company.
They say that the cops dropped all the other charges against them for all the other crimes because they got Harkin, basically.
Yeah, and apparently it's not against the law to rub somebody's toothbrush up in your ass. So yay, Kurt.
Yeah. So go nuts, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Don't come to my house, please.
That's not against the rules.
That's right.
No law of the books.
Rub that toothbrush against the balls, people.
Have a toothbrush ass extravaganza.
That's right. Celebrate. Welcome into holidays.
Yeah.
That's how we celebrate. Cut to Nick is now the acting president of the company while the boss is in jail. And he gets to meet the CEO of the company, his new boss, Bob Newhart.
The great Bob Newhart, has a cameo, one last cool cameo in this movie, and he seems like this very nice Bob Newharty guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's nice to finally meet you," and then we hear a voice coming from his trunk. He's
Yeah.
like, "Please let me out. Please let me out. I haven't eaten in a long time."
Yeah, his assistant apparently is in the trunk of his car.
Yeah.
And it turns out his boss is a twisted old fuck.
Yeah, and they flash the title on the screen like they did for the other bosses. So
right.
So we got a sequel hook. I don't think Bob Newhart's in the sequel, but
I don't think so.
It's a cute gag in the movie with.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we cut to Kurt. He's he's not the boss of the company. His chemical company, but his boss is now Margie, somebody who has seniority, who's somebody that he likes a lot, and so he's actually happy not being the boss. He finds out he'd rather But yeah, so
and she's one of the overweight people that Bobby Pellet wanted to fire. And Kurt was like, "You can't fire her. She's pregnant." And he's like, "Well, whatever." And then he's having a moment with her at the end. He's like, "Oh, well, we got to take care of you and your little one." And he like pats her on the stomach, and she's like, "I'm not pregnant." And he's like, "Oh, so I'm just touching you."
Ooh.
And we get a little awkward moment there.
Womp womp.
And lastly, Dale manages to blackmail Julia. He comes in and he says, "Okay, I'm ready to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Let's do this." And then he gets the goods on her. There's a patient that they're about to put under, and she like pulls down his pants.
Yeah, apparently she does that quite a bit. Like anybody who's under the gas, she like violates.
She's like the most rapey dentist since Tim Watley on Seinfeld.
Woo! What a reference.
Yeah. There's just apparently this is a big. I guess this is a thing dentists do. I don't know. What could have happened to me when I was put under yesterday?
Oh boy! Oh John!
I don't know.
Oh my! Check your body, fella.
Yeah.
check all the holes.
But it turns out that it's actually the guy's friend Kenny Sommerfeld. They hired him to do it, because he'll do like anything for $40.
That's his price point apparently.
And they got motherfucker to videotape it, so we see her forcing herself on a patient. And
yes,
yay.
So now, so now he has evidence to make sure she acts right. And then that's it. It just cuts to the credits.
Yeah, and he's like, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to go on this 2-week vacation honeymoon. You're going to pay for it. And then when I come back, you are going to be a normal boss and not ever sexually harass me again. You sick, evil, twisted bitch.
Yes. Oh, that felt good. How you like me now?
Yeah. And then we get some bloopers at the end, and it's a fun movie.
Yeah, overall, pretty fun movie. Yeah. I would say it still holds up. I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff where it's like, it's a little. I mean, the sexual harassment stuff, but I don't think it's done so over the top that I don't think it's too like cringy.
Yeah, I don't find it offensive or anything. It's it's a comedy, So we get outrageous. We have
lighten up, people.
We have fun.
Can't laugh anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was America.
We can't have dentists sexually assaulting people anymore. Come on.
Yeah, come on. I thought it was America.
Lighten up, people.
Oh, God. Yeah. But yeah, overall, a pretty solid movie. Still holds up. Like I said, it was big enough to get a sequel. I think it did okay, the sequel, but I don't think it did as well as its first one. But yeah.
No, I don't think so. I feel like if it had done as well as the first one, they probably would have made a third and would have had even more horrible bosses.
Yes.
Horrible Bosses 3.
All the horrible bosses.
Yeah, horribler bosses.
Horribler bosses.
Yeah.
That doesn't work phonetically. That's not right.
Yeah, I mean, mostly because that's not a word. But
what?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's why I
know we'll get to work on that.
Yeah.
But but I should see the sequel someday. I think I just saw like a bit of it on TV, and I was like, oh, this looks all right. And it's got Christoph Waltz. It's got Chris Pine. I like those guys. Oh, I think in the sequel it's a kidnapping scheme of some kind. I think they're trying to kidnap Christoph Waltz, and I think Chris Pine might be his son. I don't know.
Something like that. Maybe we'll watch it for the podcast.
Jason Sudeikis is still in it, still technically an SNL movie. So
Yeah.
yes,
So yeah.
yes,
So tune in, listeners. Maybe we'll do it
yeah,
on a future episode.
yeah, yeah, and we'll both be coming to it fresh because neither one of us has seen it, right?
I have not seen it at all.
Okay, I've not seen it either. So yeah, let's see how it compares to the first one.
Let's. And
Yeah.
that's our episode, guys. Thanks for listening to the podcast. As always, you can follow us on the Blue Sky at SNL Nerds Show. As always, you can donate to our Patreon at Non-Productive.com. And, listen to this madness on the YouTubes. We got a YouTubes page. Go listen to that there.
Yeah. We could use some more some more help on the YouTube page. We could use some more views. We could use some more likes.
Yeah.
Comment. Let us know what you think. Even if you just listen to this podcast in audio form, it'd really help out if you go to YouTube and comment and tell us what you thought of the episode, what you thought of the movie. Boost it up in the algorithm there.
Yeah. Boost the algorithms.
Yeah.
Comments, leave reviews, the whole 9 yards. And as always, you can follow me on all the socials at Darren Credible. That's DARIN Credible.
You can follow me on the socials at Trumbull Comic. That's TRUMBULL and the word comic. And that's it for this week with Horrible Bosses. You thumbs up from both of us.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can do that. Siskel and Liebert aren't using it anymore.
Yeah, they're both 6 feet under.
Yeah. So, what are we doing next week, Darren? What should we do next week?
Next week
we have not discussed this at all, have we?
We have not.
That's the bit I decided that we're gonna do.
So I say let's do something a little bit more modern. I know we've been living in the past.
Yeah,
so we got to look forward towards the future.
That's no good. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, let's look forward. Let's do a new movie. But you know what? I'm not completely ready to let go of the past. What if there was a movie we could watch that was perhaps a remake or a reboot or a continuation of an older movie, like a comedy classic? What about that? Is there a movie like that we could do?
I believe there is a movie like that has an SNL connection. And
thank God.
And I believe that movie, good sir, is The Naked Gun.
The Naked Gun. The Naked Gun. Oh, the new Naked Gun. Not the old Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen and Priscilla Presley. No, this is not your daddy's Naked Gun. This is the new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson.
Woo!
And Kiva Schaffer was the director, I believe.
He was. That's our SNL connection, baby.
Yeah. He's Lonely Island, writer for SNL. We're doing it. We're doing the Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. We're doing it. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. It's it looks pretty funny from the trailers and stuff. It's doing pretty well. Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson are unexpectedly adorable in the press tour together. I've watched a number of videos where they're together and they're doing this and that and stuff, and they're really cute. They have a nice offbeat chemistry.
Yeah, I never would have seen that coming, but they have great chemistry. I believe they're dating in real life.
There's rumors about that. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if they've actually confirmed that, but they seem at least like they're good friends. They seem very enamored of each other, which is it's kind of sweet,
It is. It's very sweet.
I wish them both well.
Yes, they seem like the cutest couple since Meryl Streep and Martin Short, I'd say.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Seen canoodling around town.
Yeah.
Hot gossip.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hearing it's funny. I've seen a lot of people whose opinions I respect saying oh yeah, it was great. I was laughing throughout. So yeah, when I first heard about this, I was like, really? We're remaking The Naked Gun and with Liam Neeson, but it's kind of cool. He's spoofing his action hero image.
Yes, but I mean, I had my doubts about it too, but from what I've seen in the trailer, they look pretty funny, and honestly, word of mouth has been really good. I think that's the main thing that's turning me around on it. Where a lot of
that's what really gives the comedy legs is word of mouth and stuff. So.
Yeah, a lot of people saying it's solid. Rotten Tomato score is really good. Audience score is good. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Naked Gun.
We got a solid OJ joke in the trailer.
Heyo.
That was you got to do something with the Norbert OJ thing.
Yeah, you can't ignore that. That elephant in the room.
Yeah, where it's just because Liam Neeson is playing Frank Drebin Jr. and there's a scene where he's like looking up at his dad's photo, and then the other guy is like George Kennedy's son, and he's like, oh, Dad, I miss you. And then they just cut to a black cop, and he's like looking up at a photo of Nordberg, and he just looks at the camera like,
Because he was a murderer.
Yeah, because he was he murdered 2 people in cold blood.
So the Naked Gun.
Anyway.
The Naked Gun, coming up next.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do next week, and we're looking forward to it. So that's next week. So we'll see you then. What is it I say at the end? Until then!
There it is.
That's it. So until then, nerds out!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.